Hello and welcome to a new video. In this one I have this little phone, which is an Akai phone. The model, I think it's Joy. I think it's a little bit rare. I have not seen another video with this phone, and as you can see, mine it's a little bit worse for wear and the touchscreen is broken, but the most important thing is that the phone is working, kind of. Touchscreen is working whenever it wants, but it's working nonetheless. So the only way to fix an older phone like this is to buy another one for parts. And it so happens that I found one which has a good touchscreen but a broken display. I have ordered it, but it has not arrived yet, so I will start by disassembling this one. You can simply pop the back cover, remove the battery, and you also can see here the model. Also on the phone itself you can see everything you need. Another fact, the battery on my phone it's a little bit swollen. I don't know if you can see. I will try my best to show you. It's just a little bit, but nonetheless it is a little bit swollen, so nothing else I can do. So this being an older phone, I think that the touchscreen and the display are two separate panels, because you can see a gap in between. And also it should be quite easy to take apart, being that it has 4 screws, 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. It also has the seal for warranty, so it has not been opened before. So yeah, I will take this apart and then we will see what happens. Alright, so let's try remove the sticker and keep it in one piece, if possible. It is kind of in one piece, but it should be good. Now for the screws, I have a Phillips head, which is PH00D, and my old screwdriver, which is Dexter. I don't know, I bought it for cheap long ago. It did the work, and that's all that matters. Fortunately, being an old phone, all of the screws have the same length, so it does not matter if I swap them around, but as always I will keep them in order, just because I'm organized, so nothing new here. Okay, now let's see if I can pop this with my fingers, because it is already cracked in 2 places. It's not the best way, but it's the way I have done it before, and I trust my own fingernails more than I trust any tool. That is just an opinion, so you can do whatever you want. Oh, it appears that this glue here is also stuck to the motherboard. Interesting design. And the speaker just disintegrated. Awesome. Right, not what I expected, but it's a cheap phone. It was very cheap back in the day, and I have not seen another one on the market except the broken one that I have bought. So I did expect some challenges, but nothing like this. Here I was just taking a look at the phone. Can only see one screw here and nothing else. It's also Philips, and I suppose it's also the same length as the others, or not, this is shorter, so I'll put it separately. Now looks like also the display is coming out with the motherboard, which is pretty nice, I would say. And I need to take the buttons from here. Which they are also glued in place. But being an old phone, the glue is quite weak now. It's enough to keep them in place, but not so strong that I cannot remove them. And I think this is the connection for the touchscreen. So let's deal with that now. Okay, and it should come out now with the display in one piece. That's actually quite perfect. Oh no, the display is soldered to the motherboard. That's how you know it's a cheap phone. So it looks like I'm going to use this motherboard instead of the one from the new phone. And I will hope that this speaker is still good. The wires is still in one place, but it's also soldered. So this I can replace quite easily, just two wires. But the display, it's something else. It has to be with this motherboard. And let's see what information do we have here. I see a 7/12. So maybe it's in July 2012 when this was assembled. And you can also see the front camera is soldered in place. And possibly the back camera, I see it's the same cable. The vibration motor is soldered in place. Let's see the buttons. Yeah, also the buttons are soldered in place, so this is made very cheap. So I hope I can fix it still. And now maybe I will try and separate this touchscreen. And luckily I have a tool for this. It's a curved screen disassembler with which is very thin metal, 0.1 millimeter. I'm keeping my thumb on the edge and pushing with my fingers from the inside to create some separation, and I'm trying to cut the adhesive with my tool. That is for you to understand what I'm doing or trying to do. Normally you have to heat it up, but it's quite old and I figured it should easily come out but it appears to put a fight, so the adhesive is still strong. Let's try from the inside. Or maybe I'm just gonna heat it up, so I'll put it on fast forward for you guys. Alright, so now that it is separated, this I will no longer need, so I will take this little part here for gold recycling, which I want to do in the future. Which you can see these pins here are gold plated, and also this chip here might contain some gold, but else this touchscreen it will be recycled. And the frame, I need to clean the old adhesive that was left behind, and also the dirt accumulated over the years, and also remove this piece of glass that remains stuck here. Let me do that real quick. Don't try this at home with your fingers, because you might get hurt, but I'm used to doing it, so for me it's okay. Now all that remains is the adhesive, and also this edge here was for the display, but I don't know how it got separated like this. I will keep it. Alright, so now with all of the glue removed, I will wipe this down with some alcohol and clean my table, and I will show you the results of what we have achieved so far. Alright, so this is what we are left with. The back cover with the battery, the middle cover, the front cover, motherboard with display included and everything, the old touchscreen which is broken, and right here we have the stickers, the buttons, some rubber things, and the screws. This little one is for the motherboard, this one are the main ones that keep the phone together. So everything is organized, cleaned, and now all I have to do is wait for the new phone to arrive. Alright, it is the next day. The package has arrived. Let's open it. Fix everything. It's in a box of some medicaments, some pills, but let's see, what do we have in here? No protection at all, just the phone. So it does not appear to be broken, Let's see if we have any power. And we do have something. And now all I want to do is test a little bit the touchscreen. So it does appear to be working, even up here. Yeah. For an older phone, it's better than expected to still work. So that's really cool. And let's check the battery, if it looks the same as mine. Yeah, the same battery. Cool. So it works. And this still has the sticker in one piece, so never open, which is also nice. But yeah, I will start disassembling it, I think in a couple of days for me, which is a couple of seconds for you guys. So see you then. Alright, so fun fact that I have noticed, the white one says it has a 2 megapixel camera and the black one says it has a 5 megapixel one. Now I want to see the difference, because between these two the model is exactly the same, only the IMEI differs. So I will take the black one apart, this time being more careful with the speaker. In case I broke the first one, I want to have the second one, that I know it works. So I will take it apart.
Jason, does that work?
Alright, so after taking everything apart, The two cameras look absolutely the same to me. So I don't know if there is any difference between them. But even what is written on the cable is the same, or yes. So now I will begin the process of reassembling everything, but putting the motherboard with the good display in the housing with the good touchscreen. So let's do that. Okay, so now that the phone is put back together enough so we can test it, let's put the battery and let's try powering it on. So it is loading. I will just cover the top part. And let's wait a little bit more. Seems to be working. And now I will have to test the sound, but I will need to unlock the screen first. So since I don't know the passwords or the owner, because I bought the phone broken, I will just reset it to factory settings and we'll continue from there. Okay, so after playing with the phone a little bit, with it being blocked, I have discovered a way to test the sound. So I actually have to hold this, and I hope you can hear it. Let's try again. No. Yeah, I also hear it. So the actual reset of the phone I think I will cover in another video. So now all we have to do is put the final screws and the back cover and the phone is done. Alright, so I decided to also swap the sticker here just to keep the IMEI with the motherboard, which I think is a plus for the phone. And now I can put the battery in and also the back cover, and also I have cleaned the phone a little bit. And now we have a complete phone that actually turns on. And if you want to stick around for a little bit more, I want to take off the display from the old motherboard. I mean from this motherboard. The broken display, which you can see it's shattered. So for this I need to desolder it from the motherboard, and I want to test my skills on that. And also I will keep this for parts, but the display it's no good, so why keep it and occupy my space with it. So if you stay with me, I will also take the display off and put this phone that I have left over back together, and also the sticker back there. This one has turned on. I was pressing it with my other finger here covering, so it only registers one touch, no multiple. So let's see, if I press 9, let's try it. No, it does not work with 2. So let's continue with this. Alright, so this took a little bit more than expected, but I finally got it off. And that's why I did not want to connect the other one. As you can see here, my iron was too hot and it burned a little bit through the connection. So I will need more practice before attempting this kind of repairs. But the pins on the motherboard, they are perfectly fine. And I don't know if you can see, but the board wasn't actually that hot because I had my finger here all of the time to try and take the display out. So this broken one I no longer need. You can actually see where it is cracked. Let me just clean it a little bit. So you can clearly see. And this is broken, so I'll no longer need this. And now let's put on fast forward assembling this phone back together. Alright, so with this video completed, I am left with a phone that I will have for parts, or what is left of it. A broken display with a broken touchscreen that I will recycle, and finally what I have been waiting for and anticipated, a working phone, which is what I wanted. And also the vibration motor is working, the speaker is working. So with this being said, this video is completed, and I will probably do a future one trying to unlock this phone. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you next time.